heard a bit of our thoughts here. It's time to bring in our commentary crew and get their perspective over this. It's none other than Johnny Boy and Shogun over this matchup. Guys, what do you think?
I think you guys certainly hit the nail on the head in terms of we don't know what to expect from Barcelona. And sort of what we've seen throughout all of these tournaments. I mean, the World Championship was not necessarily about what you did on days 1 and 2, but it was the team that showed up on day 3 that took it.
Yeah, the Bricks, I'm looking at them to be kind of the tone setter for this one because Barcelona have been kind of quiet despite getting here on a better winning streak than the Bricks. If they could bring in that reverse sweep potential that they had yesterday versus Valencia, I think they might run away with this once again.
Well, guys, I'm ready for some Rocket League. Let's get DreamHack Valencia underway.
So, a lot to work into. As the desk did mention, it was a perfect sweep over on day 1. 0 goals for Barcelona when they played last time, but none of that would matter if they eliminated them right here, right now.
Yeah, it's a clean reset, so we got single elimination for the rest of the day, and the Bricks, they're going to have to start strong, I think, because they got a reverse sweep yesterday against Valencia, but I don't think Barcelona are going to be that easy to get the sweep against. I mean, I say that easy. Valencia were not easy to reverse sweep. I don't think Barcelona are going to be reverse sweepable at all. We'll have to wait and see.
I think when we look at both of these teams, they're very momentum heavy. It's either all going well or it's all going very badly. So this first game is going to be so very telling as to who's going to be able to start off well. You see Speed. He's having a good time at the moment, or he's having a bad. It's kind of hard to tell. He's smiling no matter what. On the other side.
It's all about having fun here at DreamHack Valencia. We've got the Randy Gibbons Riverbats on one side of the bracket. We've got the Bricks on the other. Both teams are having a great time, and they've made it into day 3. 2 of the lower seeded teams who have done so. The only other non-top 8 seed that has made it this far is Complexity. Of course, they're playing with a standard roster that they've seen all year. This will be something new for the Bricks. Can they keep that honeymoon period going? Barcelona on the rise. Let's see if they can keep that up going into the Championship Sunday.
I was going to start us off trying to set up, but a lot will clear pretty long. It's going to be Bluey's opportunity to try and control. Bluey can't take any further. Double commit as well from the Bricks. Devo can't make any contact. Something clear yet again. Speed controls the boost. Bluey not getting further as both these teams just trading possession at the moment. Neither team really able to control the ball all too well. A lot clears the other side once again.
It's the standard game 1 here. Lots of hard clears. Nobody wanted to bring the ball down and risk getting tackled too hard. I think the only player we've really seen in this tournament who's had such confidence on the deck is Chaussette. Wonder if anybody in this lobby is going to have that bravery to tackle not just one but multiple players in a row with dribbles. Bluey sends it flying over the Bricks net with a huge dunk. Another one comes out pretty big for them. And a third assist. Every single player of Barcelona flying in for challenges and all coming out on top.
Yeah, Speed just couldn't get to this one in a really comfortable fashion, and Devo happily takes the set. 1-0 for Barcelona. And they will look to continue that momentum. But I think you brought up a very good point, especially when it comes to challenges, which is that is the only way you can take on Barcelona. You give them space, they will try and get off the backboard and make it so difficult for you to deal with it.
And that's a warning sign for the Bricks early on. You can't play that slow against Barcelona. You can't play that risky. We saw all 3 players trying to get the ball over the top of their opponents, where it might have been safer to just try and force it through them with a solid hitbox. Get behind the ball in a 50-50. Alpha gets it past 2. He's recovered well. It's on all the way for Alpha 54. That's a 1v3. Barcelona 2-0.
Alpha versus the world, and let's be honest, the world didn't stand a chance. Speed a miss spectator. Didn't know if he wanted to challenge, didn't know if Alpha was going to fake him. Ends up being second best. Barcelona with a phenomenal start here in game 1.
It looks like Alpha, Bluey and Dee are taking a look across the stage here. Doesn't look like they've got everything going correctly outside of the game. Luckily, inside the game has been absolutely perfect. We are going to have a pause here just momentarily. That's such a good start there for Barcelona. Can't really get much better than that, can you? Getting huge dunks for the first goal, and then Alpha with a straight up 1v3 play, Chaussette style.
As you can see, the Valencia crowd, they've got up early for this one. It's definitely the hometown team, home country team. At least for Barcelona on the other side, though. The Bricks would love to play spoil sports. They need to figure out something different here because this opening minute and a half has not been very good. And, you know, whilst we look to Alpha doing a solo play, he was allowed to do it. And that's not what Bricks were doing on day one.
Yeah, you would really expect a challenge. I think it was Speed at the back. You would expect him to go in for the challenge there. But he just sat off the ball, let Alpha hit it one more time. And if you're going to give Alpha that much space to get an air roll shot off, it's going in most of the time. It's going to be too hard to save from that range. So the Bricks, they need to try and follow up on each other's challenges a little bit better, or they're going to be struggling against the mechanics that Barcelona are bringing to the table. We're just going for a mini chug there, nothing too crazy. Speed sees what he's done and he says, oh, maybe I can go one better. He's actually losing the race right now for the water bottle completion. But we saw what Speed was capable of yesterday. He goes through a lot of that throughout. I think it was only a 4 or 5 game series yesterday that he had that, maybe just 4 on stage.
So right now we are just going to be switching out one of the PCs. So it's just going to be just a second here. Not too sure overall what the actual issue is on that, but we are going to have it fixed nice and soon. On the side of Barcelona though, just going to try and keep up the momentum. Already a much better start than what we've seen from the past 2 days. And the desk was asking, well, which version of Barcelona we're going to see? It seems like, well, we've got the answer, and it's going to be the version of us that is so very dangerous. And for Barcelona, that's probably a good thing, because we've been looking at this as a team so far that could go on to take on the world, and they've taken part in 3 major tournaments this year. And whilst they've been competitive, they haven't won any of them. And with this roster, it's something that you'd want to see from them soon.
Yeah, they lost, of course, to Rogue, and then they lost as well to Cloud9 at the World Championship just a couple of weeks ago. But yesterday, they beat Rogue, got revenge in that matchup, and then they beat G2 as well. So 2 wins against the North American sides. That's something they were not able to do at the World Championship. Seems like the home field advantage is really helping them out in that matter. And it's important because if they do go past the Bricks, I'm expecting Cloud9 to be waiting for them in the next round. I'm sure PSG will have something to say about that. It's not going to be an easy one for Barcelona. I think that's one they're going to go in as pretty heavy underdogs. A rare sight to Bluey's eyes there. Usually just the forehead in frame.
Well, if they do get a chance to take on Cloud9, it'll be continuing the trail of, I'm not going to say redemption, revenge for Barcelona. They got perfect swept by the Bricks on day one. They're looking to try and take this one back. They only managed, I believe, 1 goal up against Cloud9 when they took them in the World Championship. They would love to try and grab that one back, and then after that, it's just the finals.
They do look like a very different team, though, from the team 2 weeks ago that lost at the World Championships in quite convincing fashion. The Barcelona squad are looking a lot more aggressive today. I mean, if you want proof of that, just look at the first goal they scored in this series. 3 challenges in a row, all diving in with confidence and all coming out on top. The third dunk was actually just a goal. On the Bricks end, they need to be more careful. They can't go slowly dribbling the ball out of their net or out of their half against a team like Barcelona. If they are going to put the ball on top of their car, you better get it moving quickly. You better flick it as early as possible. So you can bet the challenge is coming in a bit faster than you're used to from other teams.
For the Bricks, they're just relaxing at the moment. They've already been in this situation once before. This is actually a short break from them compared to what they had to deal with yesterday. So they'll be pretty ready to go back in as and when we can do so, and they just seem to be enjoying it overall. But let's talk about the Bricks very quickly. Speed has sort of come out of nowhere onto the main scene. He was expected to be playing with Triple Trouble. I was almost disappointed in the way that I didn't get to see him play with Triple Trouble during RLCS, because that team had been hyped up for so long. Came in, won WSOE, and since then, results haven't quite been up to that standard, but I think he set the standard a little bit too high to start us off.
Indeed, this Speed like transition to Flipside back in WSOE was just incredible. I don't think anybody saw how that one was going to work out. Online, he was less successful, but there's no doubt every time Speed shows up to a LAN event, he performs well. And this is a LAN event, of course, so we're expecting good things from him today. Barcelona are just going to get their issues sorted out momentarily. Just want to make sure that everything is good to go so that when we do get started up again, they can continue on until the end of the series. They'll be looking to keep up their strong start. It looks like they are just finishing up discussions now with the admin. Bricks at the other end of the stage, looking very composed. Like you said, they had a big break yesterday and they came back strongly from that one. This will just be another routine start for them. Although I think this momentum reset might actually help them, because Barcelona were on fire. The desk asked 2 questions going into this. What Barcelona are we going to see? Are we going to see the really scared Barcelona, or are we going to see the scary Barcelona? Well, that one's already seemingly answered. And secondly, how is Alpha 54 going to perform? Well, 1v3ing the entire other team. That's a good indication.
Well, I think overall we've had a second to calm down just a little bit. You know what, Johnny? I'm not a huge fan of that overall. So I'm gonna play something risky here. And I'm hoping the crowd's gonna help me out and not make me feel silly.
I don't really mind, to be honest.
I don't really mind. Oh, I don't mind feeling silly anyway. So crowd, let's just start us off here. Who's got the bricks? Oh, that did not sound phenomenal for the bricks. And let's move to the other side. Who's got Barcelona?
It's fairly clear who the crowd
It's not the
favourites are.
50-50 split that we saw earlier on, is it?
Well, Twitch chat might be fairly split on this, but the crowd are not. And we will get restarted here. Barcelona up by 2. It's only a couple of minutes into this one, though, so the bricks have got time to figure this one out. Will Barcelona pick up where they left off?
Well, they are 2-0 up. They got 3 minutes to play. Barcelona looking good to start us off, but now it's going to be down to that mental fortitude of them. Can they keep that momentum going where they previously were? Or can the bricks keep themselves in this game? Devo trying to take hold of the ball. Cooks here, though. Snaps over the top. Doesn't want to use any more boost. Instead, he's going to keep that pressure going. Good infield pass, but a lot. Not in position to try and take control. Barcelona now have possession.
And that was one of the strengths of the bricks yesterday, how quickly they were attacking when center balls came in. It was rare to see one bounce across with nobody being there to move in and attempt a shot. This is already looking better for the bricks. They're safely getting the ball out of their half. They're not getting completely ruined in every challenge by the Barcelona players.
Now we're going to see the bricks be a little bit more accurate with their plays. That shot not going to test Alpha too much, and a lot's really far back, so speed cuts the rotation to keep the offense going. Lovely tap over to the lot! The bricks are back in it!
That's a fantastic pass by Cuxer. The first touch gave him all the time in the world. Holds on to his dodge as long as possible, and this time a lot is there when the center ball comes across. 2-1.
Just over 2 minutes left now. The bricks seem to have got a momentum shift in their favor. We mentioned earlier on how this game one could mean so much for the rest of the series. Very momentum based on both of these teams. It's going to be an infield pass, a lot. Puts it up high, should be covered by Bluey, but he doesn't look too comfortable. Speed, leaves it for Cooks here, almost 2-2. Devo covers.
It's a great save by Devo. But the bricks are alive now. That reset has completely changed the momentum of this series. Now Barcelona can't get the ball out of their end. They're pinned back, and the passing plays of the bricks are looking threatening.
Up high. The bricks seem to have had the better of Barcelona since we've restarted. A lot for a ground pinch, can't get any further than Bluey. Barcelona looking to just finally get out. You would not feel comfortable. A minute and a half left. This defensive, and only 1 goal to the better. But the bricks are unrelenting right now with offense. Speed to tie us up. Good block by Devo. But we're right back to where we were. The bricks have got control of midfield, but it's now counter-attacking play for Barca.
Barcelona, really quick transition there. The bricks need to be careful moving forward. They are playing exceptionally aggressively at the near post. The bricks can also get hit on the counter-attack if they overcommit to that position, though.
Speed, he's got an open net. Bluey's gone. Speed has an open net.
Some of the most aggressive plays we've ever seen from Cuxer 97 have been happening this weekend. This time the clean demo on Bluey. The bricks have tied this one up. They only took a couple of minutes to do it. We got 53 seconds left. Can they seal it before overtime?
Barcelona need to mentally reset. They have looked like the second best team ever since we got this game started up again. Alpha on target, but it's only as far as Speed, who can't pass it to anybody, but still. This is actually the best period of possession that Barca have had for a while. Need to now try and make it count. Devo, nice first touch. Can't get any further to Alpha, though. That's not a great touch from Devo. He's going to try and follow it.
Yeah, he does follow up well, making sure to get that ball clear. Bluey reading Devo well. Two do know each other from a long time ago. Hold on a second. A lot gets a huge 50-50 win. Speed with the open net. 15 seconds in, or remaining rather. The Bricks take the lead 3-2, and that 50-50 for a lot can't have been much better.
Well, speed, open net, the wall to aim for, and he's got it perfect. So now it's all up to Barcelona. They'll feel like this was a game that was stolen from them, unless they can get this right now. Bluey's already up. Lovely tap on. Who's going to be the first one over to this? Speed to the corner. Bricks want to keep this as far away from Barcelona as possible. Alpha can't get any further than Lubri around. And it's going to be the Bricks who take game number 1.
What a comeback by the Bricks. Both teams in a completely clean reset after the pause. And they were the ones who responded. And they had to respond. 2 goals down against Barca. But they come back and take it. And that's one of the scary things about the Bricks is they never give up. We saw them with the reverse sweep yesterday over Valencia. Not going to need that today because they've taken game 1 from 2 goals down.
Very rare that we see a 2-goal comeback. Even rarer that we see the win in overtime from the team that does actually make the comeback. What a pass this was, though. Cooks here just seems to ignite his team, and from there, he just seems to do everything for him, but Cooks at 97. This is the sort of scary form that is reason why he's so legendary in this scene.
You know, you can look at Cuxer to be the blame, really, for those first 2 goals. Look at the energy from Cux. They told him when they decided that they're going to play with this lineup for DreamHack Valencia that they were going to be doing fist bumps. And Cux wanted to sit in the middle. They say, well, you can sit in the middle if you do fist bumps. And Cux says, well, I'm not sure about that, but okay, if you insist. Seems like he's getting into it now.
I actually want to ask you about Cooksey, because you are his former manager back on Flipside Tactics. How different is the personality of Cooksey now compared to the Cooksey you used to manage?
Of course, the Cux online was completely silent, and nobody even knew what his voice sounded like for a long time. Obviously, in person, he's such a nice guy, but when he really comes to life when he's on stage, even back in Season 2 when they won the World Championship with Flipside Tactics, he was making a lot of noise. I remember Greasy told me that in the grand final, he'd actually heard Cuxer tell him exactly how much boost he had at one point, which is the first time he'd ever heard that from Cux. Now he's really coming into his own.
Barcelona will come into their own in game 2. A lot. Double tap. Oh, a little bit too high. Speed on target. Alpha will just about keep it from going into the net. And now Alpha wants to transition to the other side of the field, but instead the Bricks maintaining the momentum for the last game. Speed's already up, and he's going to score. Speed is a goal-scoring machine right now.
It's goal after goal for the Bricks. That's 4 in a row. The previous shot from Speed was placed well. It was an awesome save by Barcelona, double save in fact. But this one left no doubt. 1-0 to the Bricks. Barcelona have got to respond as soon as possible. We said earlier that we really do see a lot of comeback potential for the Bricks, but right now they're lifeless. It seems like everything they had going for them at the start of game 1 is completely gone. It's just a distant memory at this point, even though it was not even 5 minutes ago. They do still have time though to turn it around. That's a great save by Speed to deny Devo. Infield pass, Alpha to Blue. It's an accidental double touch to tie things up. And fortune's on their side.
Accidental or not, it was much needed for Barcelona. Needed. I mean, you look at it,
wow.
He knew nothing about that one, but still, it could be what switches things up for them. Their first goal in a very long time gets them back into this game.
He played it well. You know, it's an accident to put it in on the second touch, but the first one was completely deliberate. And it's the only way that he could get there at the time was a pre-flip. So well played to Bluey. He gave himself the opportunity and he gets rewarded. We're all tied up.
A lot wants to go long. Alpha tries to cover. Alpha's doing a lot of work overall, trying to spread himself out across the field. On 0 boost, tries to get the wall, realizes it's too far away from him. Now Bluey. It's off the ceiling. He might want to follow that. Instead, he's going to try and go for a sweep to the opponent's boost. Barcelona wanting to set up their own midfield pressure. And almost drops in. Cooks here will clear, but it's only as far as Bluey.
It looked like the Bricks were trying to draw Barcelona in there, trying to see if they could bait them forward. But then when Barcelona did come forward, there was no one there to save the ball for the Bricks. They need to be careful. Once again, another wicked shot from Barca. They have turned this one around and they're getting a lot of real chances. The Bricks are hanging on for the time being.
Barcelona really in the driver's seat. Alpha floor pinch. And this is the sort of space that you don't want to be giving Barcelona. This is the sort of space that Bricks were giving them at the beginning of the last game. They're going to need to try and turn that around pretty quickly because Barcelona will punish them for it. Devo tries to go low. Good challenge against one. Speed plays it all the way out. Would like to have potentially brought Cooks in, but I don't think Cooks wanted to take the risk.
Yeah, he didn't want to dive in there as last man. There was nobody backing him up immediately. So he sits just a little bit deeper, waits for a better opportunity, and here is one. Speed saved by Alpha. Alpha is looking good today. Barcelona are going to need him on top form from here on out, especially with the Bricks looking as hot as they are. He's coming in for a big dunk. He's playing very aggressively when he's not last man back. No doubt about that.
Alpha just want to test Speed, but Speed will happily take control of this and take it to the other side of the field. Cooks in now, into the play. Might want to try and slide that one into the path of Speed, but just a little bit off target. Alpha's up, and he's got it top corner! Clean as you like!
Nobody ready for the Bricks to challenge the ball bouncing infield. Speed just left it for Alpha, and you cannot give Alpha that kind of space in that danger zone. They did the same mistake in game number 1 to go 2 goals behind. Game 2, they're 1 goal behind, again at the hands of Alpha 54.
Barcelona seem to be taking control of this game, inch by inch. Alpha fakes! Alpha scores!
Alpha 54 once again. This time with finesse. Puts it in. What a mind game onto a lot, not even close, and Speed has had no luck saving Alpha's shots. Looks like Barcelona are on the rise once again. The Bricks had a comeback in game 1, but they've got less time to do it in game 2. No doubt they're going to up the aggression and give it a good go.
And here's the scary thing about Barcelona is that you know there's a level or 2 extra for both Devo and Bluey to go. Alpha's doing the main work right now. You just get the feeling that if those 2 can start to click, this is going to be a very terrifying squad. And Cooks here can't get any further than Alpha yet again.
That's a great save there by Alpha. He just had to make himself as big as possible because he couldn't reach the ball, but he can make sure that Bricks can't get it past him. That's a great back pass by Bluey as well. But Devo and Bluey aren't putting many feet wrong right now. This is the scariest Barcelona we've seen all tournament. Seem to be getting better and better, and this is the only day that you really need to perform well if you can get there. They did make it, although it wasn't the route that we're all expecting them to take. Speed with a big challenge win over Alpha. It's not had Alpha's number for the majority of this series, but that was a good encounter. A lot blocking Alpha's shot, and another save from a lot. They're going to need to get the ball into the Barcelona end of the field soon, though, because there's only 20 seconds left. They're still down by 2.
It's going to be their first chance. A lot trying to find Cooks who was on the backboard. Surprised Speed's not come in here. Instead, Alpha flip reset, just bounced off the ball, though. As we do come to the final few seconds, it looks like Barcelona are going to take this one. This is going to be an infield pass, maybe. Speed couldn't quite make contact. Well, for those of you who are hoping it wouldn't be as one-sided as last time, it's certainly not. Johnny boy, we have got a real match on our hands.
Just when it looked like the Bricks were starting to run away with it, they put 4 goals in uncontested, 3 in game 1, then opened the scoring in this one. But Barcelona, with a little bit of fortune, get the comeback win.
A little bit of fortune, a little bit of Alpha.
A little bit of Alpha 54 as well. I've been very impressed with Devo this year. I've said this several times on broadcast. But it's not been the flashy Devo of old in offense. It's been Devo who's looking solid at the back and collecting the ball and managing to keep it under control. He made one mistake to give a lot the winning goal in game 1. But game 2 looked very clean for Barca. Let's look at that speed for Alpha. You can't give him that space. He's going to boom it top shelf. And that was a goal that really shook up the Bricks. Fans are absolutely ecstatic to see Barcelona in front.
So here we go, 1 each. In a series where it seems like the lead foot keeps switching over. And it's not even by game, it's within the game. It's minute by minute. We're seeing the momentum switch hands.
It's crazy. We saw all Barcelona, then all the Bricks, and then all Barcelona again. Will there be another turn of the tide? When will it be? Should it occur? Alpha 54 not interested in getting it just yet. Almost gets a crazy read on the down bounce. The Bricks are in defense once again, and Barcelona are throwing in the challenges with confidence. Every single player is diving in. They've got such faith in their last man back to position correctly.
Trying to find the corner. Devo can get a half volley here, instead chooses to take control. The right idea is Cooks here has him read pretty easily, and there's Demo on Alpha. That's one way to try and nullify him for this series. Only temporarily. Alpha. Lovely flick from him.
Oh my goodness.
And Speed's going to be forced to save. I don't think he was expecting that.
Yeah, you never see the back end of the car being that powerful, but Alpha getting a full-length hit. It's a good 50-50 by Alpha as well. Everybody on the bricks is just flopping towards the ball right now, trying to get in the way of it. It's like they will get it clear for now, but they've not had time to go and get boosts in the corners. Barcelona are giving them no time to breathe. See, a lot just has to leave with absolutely none. Speed taken out of the game again, but Coxer shuts down Alpha, who was trying to get a flip reset.
Well, we spoke previously about how boost-heavy Barcelona are as a team. And when they get a hold of that boost, guess what? That means your team doesn't. It is something that helps them out so much and just debilitates their opponent. Says that's going to be a lot.
Oh.
And is that going to be the momentum shift? Bricks have got the first goal.
Look at the placement for a lot. He knows that there's a chance for Bluey to get a save across the goal, so he sticks it right behind him. 1-0 the Bricks, and after a game which Barcelona have dominated territorially, it's the Bricks who come and get the first goal. Once again, Shogun, turn of the tide.
Really cannot read where this series is going to go as Alpha. Trying to be a little bit tricky once again. Plays the ball straight down. Cooks here. I don't think Cooks has lost that many challenges so far throughout this series. He has been very on point with his positioning, but a lot does dive straight past that ball. Now Alpha, space. No carvo, can't really do much of it.
You can't do much if you're gone, and that's going to be 2 demos. Bluey gets back. Make sure that the Bricks won't get another goal. Hux is picking his spots very well. Like you said, he's not the fastest player, never has relied on pure speed to get to the ball first. He just knows when to go and when not to go. He's hit it right into Alpha, though. That's not a good idea, but Alpha's hit it right into Speed. He's going to hit it right into the goal.
Well, it seems like that positioning mentality is taking over the Bricks. They've let Barcelona play it. They've let Barcelona create their own chance. Unfortunately, it was a chance for the Bricks.
When Alpha gets a first touch that kicks off the wall sideways, there's only one thing he can do. He can only go for the infield pass. His Speed gets the read on him, moves off the line. Infield pass doesn't go directly where Bluey wants it. Suddenly you've got a goal from an interception. That's why infield passing to your last man can be so dangerous, especially when it's as telegraphed as that. Barcelona need to be a little bit more tricky. It's a good chance for Alpha, though, in the dribble. He's got boost to make the shot. This time, Speed has his number.
Finally able to stop after being humiliated by Alpha in the first game.
Oh,
and
no,
Alpha can't get a hold of that one. Barcelona are capitulating in the quarterfinals, game number 3.
Oh dear, Devo just hits it completely wrong. And Alpha was not ready for the touch to go in that direction. 3-0. Barcelona have got to dig themselves out of a bigger hole than they've ever been this series. They don't have a lot of time to do it. We're inside the second half of the game already.
Well, that's going to be a chance for Devo, and what a save from a lot. Keeps it out. Now they transition. Speed to Cooks here. Tries to find the backboard. It's going to be Alphas to deal with. A lot of boost required, though, to get to that one.
Oof, that's really, really ambitious from Devo. Barcelona look like they're a bit frustrated here, looking for huge dunks and interceptions. You know, a fake challenge there would have accomplished more for Devo. They'd need something, though, so you can understand the frustration, just throwing themselves into the ball. They are going to get a couple chances, but the Bricks are all back in defense at the moment, and they're ready to save just about anything.
Alpha. I almost feel like he's going to this well of tricks too often now. It was working for the first few games because it caught the Bricks out, but now they're letting him play the ball a little bit more, waiting for his last touch and just stealing the ball off him. I think it's now time for him to revert away from that a little bit more. Try and find some quicker passing plays. Take him with the first touch.
It is the first touch that's the problem for Alpha right now. Making it pretty obvious what he's going to do afterwards, because sometimes when your first touch is so bad, there's only one thing you can do, and that's try and get the ball back under control. That's a better one for Alpha, but Alot's got him easily shut down at the near post. With 15 seconds left in the game, the Bricks are looking ready to move 2-1 up in the series. The crowd have gone silent because Barcelona are struggling.
Speed wins the challenge in the corner. 45 seconds on the clock. Barcelona needs something to go their way. That certainly has not. It's 3v1. Devo's got rid of one player. Now tries to cover the other one, and you can see as soon as that demo came in, the bricks backed off, but only as far as Bluey, who wins the challenge, over to Alpha, to Devo one more time. They throw everybody, and they get the save, but Alpha's already up. And still, the bricks had the boost to get a challenge. They're still not out of this one. Finally, mercifully, almost out, and then Speed decides to challenge his own teammate.
It's very promising for the bricks. They've been able to hold on for a long time here, and they're looking good while doing it. That's actually the first couple misses we've seen, but Speed's back in time to save Devo's shot. You know, barring a couple of misplays at the end there, the bricks looked phenomenal in defense, held that one on fairly comfortably, and it's all smiles at their end of the stage. Barcelona were not able to turn that one around. That's the first game that we've not seen a comeback in. The team who gets the first goal went on to win.
Barcelona, it just seems like there now needs to be a plan B. Something else needs to start clicking because the bricks have now started to really shut down the individual plays. I want to see some quick passing plays from this team now. Just, you know, hold someone downfield, put them on the wall, boom the ball over to them, get it straight back for a 1-2. A lot of easy possession and territory to be gained through that. But overall, it just seems like whoever gets a hold of the ball in defense, it's their job to take it all the way, and the bricks are ready for that.
You know, sometimes you look at a loss and there's things you can learn from it immediately. You can glean information that you want to take forward into the next game, but that game is probably one that Barcelona want to forget about and just pretend it's going back into game one, because that was not a good showing for them. Alpha with a bad first touch, just infield passing to Speed for a goal. Devo completely missing a save. Bluey getting caught on the wall when he should probably be waiting the goal. Every single one of the players looking a little bit out of position at times. This is their last chance. Breaks up 2-1. This is best of 5. It'll be best of 7 from semi-finals onwards, but this needs to be a win for Barcelona or they will be going home. Not quite as far of a journey as the other teams. Nothing they'll be too happy about.
Bluey, lovely clear. He's got it to Alpha as well, who gets slight contact. Devo forced to try and challenge. He's actually won it pretty well, but you can already see the bricks. They're holding a lot more players on that backboard. They know where that's going to go. Mouse needs to be a little bit varied. Try and catch the bricks out. Devo, got to give him a force to try and follow himself instead. Just giving possession over to the bricks.
It looks like the bricks are just trying to prey on misplays. They were able to capitalize on several from Barcelona last game, so they're probably feeling like they don't need to force the issue here. Just wait and take the opportunity when it comes. That was one, but it goes wide from a lot. Cucks are going to try and center. Too heavy, and Bluey's actually read it well. It's not the boost for the double touch. He'll be tackled early by a lot. Bricks looking very prepared right now. Lots of boost available for all three players.
If we've learned anything from this series, it's that whoever's winning at the time, whoever looks more comfortable, that can change in just a matter of seconds. Cooks here, tries to find the net. Everybody from Barcelona tries to get the save. Looking a little bit jumpy right now. But Alpha can take control of this ball. Tries to find the backboard, and Cooks here can deal with that one quite easily, but can he deal with Bluey? Lot just pushes it over to the corner.
Bluey maybe trying to catch a lot pre-jumping there. He shoots low on purpose. And a lot is known for his pre-jumps in defense. This time he just stays on the ground and waits for the touch. That's a lot more safe, and certainly against a team who have not been playing at their best in the last game. Probably the right choice. Oh, a great pre-flip by Devo. Reads the bounce, but a lot reads him. 2 minutes gone here, still scoreless in game 4. It looks like still Barcelona not playing as scary as they were. And game 1, that's a good demo by Bluey. He's bumped a lot as well. A lot still gets a touch on the ball. Alpha on it, into the crossbar. So with the read, just gets the touch. As crucially, he digs. Devo was lurking.
All the way up yet again now. Cooks it, doesn't have the boost to go for this. Instead, he's going to have to wait for Alpha to take his touch. To the midfield. Lovely block by Devo. He's got speed against him, and speed able to take that play away. Now he's past 2 players. That's going to give a lot of territory as the bricks able to escape. This is the passing plays I wanted to see. Over to Bluey. And they would have had the opportunity to try and lock down the bricks. Had it not been for a Lot's demo.
That's a big interception by Alpha. He's read Speed's mind on the pass. Double commit from the bricks, but they will be getting the ball clear. Barcelona doing a better job of boost stealing at the moment, so the bricks are not able to attack with full force. That's a couple of whiffs on the Barca end, though. Still, like you said earlier, they're feeling a bit jumpy. That faith is probably gone after a Game 3 loss, like the one they just had. And Cux has got a free ball. He's going to let it bounce and saved on the goal line by Barca. They hang on.
Speed. Tries to let it drop to a lot. Bricks happy to rotate all the way back as a lot looks for the ceiling. His first touch, not great, but Louis gives him the respect. Chooses the back down. 2 players out now just for a lot as Speed can't quite get the flick he was after. Cooks it. Determined to keep that pressure on. Allows a lot to rotate back. Alpha for Bluey. Bluey might require another teammate for this. Going to the backboard quite often here. Both the teams are actually, and neither team getting any success for a minute 20. We're still scoreless over an Aquadome.
Boost steals coming in for the bricks. It's hamstrung Barcelona on this counter. It looks like Devo's got enough to follow up with, but Bluey does not. He has to go to the mid boost instead of following up immediately. A small difference gives him a chance. Bluey with a double touch. Gets a chance for Barcelona again, but the bricks are all in defense, and it's just like the end of Game 3. They're holding on. Nothing too realistic for Barcelona as of yet. We're inside the final minute. They're still pressuring the bricks, and there's a good chance. Cux just gets in the way of Devo.
Well, Barcelona have been very adamant on this backboard. They almost got results for it. It's going to be a miss. Cooks it. Forced to play the ball to the corner. Speed. Just hit the ball. Couldn't get the pinch he was after, and now he's been removed, and he just picked up the 100 boost.
Double demo!
Double demo as well, and that had to be in.
Oh my goodness, Devo couldn't get there. Alpha from the ceiling, he gets it into the backboard, it bounces down, but only ever so slightly. The bricks are backed up into a corner. That's a really big clear though, Devo with a 50-50, giving the bricks the momentum that the ball needed. Inside the final 15 seconds, bricks get a breath of fresh air. That was so close to being a Game 4 win for Barca. Are they going to be able to rally, get the win that they need? It's going to be bricks with a good chance. Speed on target, Blue with a save. And now it's on to 0 seconds. Barcelona hit the deck.
Barcelona must score the next goal. Otherwise, they are eliminated in another quarterfinals. And the bricks will move on to top 4. Bluey tries to clear, and a lot's not in a great position for this. Might offer some space for Barcelona to work into, and it's going to be Bluey doing exactly that. Fakes out one, tries to go low. Devo comes in a little bit late. Couldn't find the angle as he was very central on the pass.
Boost is at an absolute premium right now for the bricks, but that's a good challenge for Speed. He's turned well, just staying behind the ball here. He doesn't want to get dunked on like he did in Game 1. Buck's following him up, but it's Barcelona. They've got them pinned back again. That's a great read by Allah. He's actually pinched it clear with Speed. Bluey backed up far enough to get the clear ball. And that's 2 people out of the game for the bricks. They're running back, but can Barcelona hit them before they're ready? Doesn't look like they will. Game's settling down a little bit. Everybody looking jumpy. Oh my goodness, this almost got in for Alpha. Barcelona creating the better of the chances in overtime.
It was a speculative shot, but it almost worked out. Barcelona got so very close to ending it. Now Cooks it. Has he got an option over there? Speed's already up. Wins the challenge against Alpha, but it is into the corner, so it's going to be hard to play with when it comes to the bricks as Devo taps over the one. Cooks it. Over to Alot, and Alot chose to go for the boost. I don't think he knew too much about it.
The bricks are really turning this one around, but they've got to be careful. They're going really far forward here, leaving themselves open for long shots, counter-attacks. Barcelona are prone to that in the past. Look how deep Devo's sitting. They're just waiting for the bricks to come to them. Trying to draw them in. Once again, Alpha baits the challenge, gets it past 2. Bluey's in a solo play against Alot. There's a flick set up. Alot gets in the way of it. It just took a bit too long for Bluey to get the shot off.
Yeah, he wanted to try and force Alot into a bad position, but Alot held his nerve. Here's Bluey trying to make Game 5 happen. Devo's shot will not test the keeper. And now Alot looking to transition. He's got speed and support. Instead, Alot taking it by himself. Able to take out one. And see the brick start to move. One demo. There's a faucet. There's going to be a lot all the way back. He's actually moved forward a little bit too much. Devo, low clip, on target. Game 5 is up next.
And Alot just didn't have the boost to get there. He moved up, just hoping more than anything else. But what a pass. Alpha 54 hits it to Devo. And there is the long shot. We said it. The bricks are playing a bit too aggressive here. They're moving up, all 3 players, even though boost is at a real low in this Game 4. Barcelona with a real scare. Double I think it was a demo and then a 50-50 on a goal line, but they escape, and we're sending this one to the ace match.
Oh, I'm glad you tried to talk there, Johnny, because I need a second here. What a series we are being treated to, and ladies and gentlemen, this is just the first of today. We've got 6 more after this one.
Every single one of them looks like an absolute beast. Look at this pass by Alpha. That is incredible to have the presence of mind. Not just to pass it to Devo, but to fire it at him, because Alpha knows with all the power he hits the ball at Devo, Devo can absorb that, add to it, and knock it towards the Bricks goal. Incredible stuff there, under pressure.
We all know who they want to win. Let's see who is gonna be able to take it. Game 5 up next. The Bricks, FC Barcelona, 1 spot in our semi-finals where we move on to best of 7s. Who's gonna take it? Let's head over to Champions Field.
Well, you can hear quite clear who the crowd want to win this one. But back home, we know that the Bricks have got a lot of fans as well. And after playing as well as they did this weekend, I'm sure a lot of other people are excited and looking forward to seeing more from this team. If we want to see more of them this weekend, they need to get a game win here, safe for Barca. And this is where champions are made. Who can clutch it in the ace match? That's not a good touch by Alotti. If anything, barely touched it as it comes across the goal line. Just like game 1, Barca have got them backed up. It's a weak shot by Alpha. And it's a miss by Alotti again, and it's going to be a goal for Alpha 54. Pure joy on the side of the stage of Barcelona. But what happened here in defense for the Bricks?
Been a continuous problem for the Bricks throughout this series. When they're looking clean, boy do they look clean, but when things start going wrong for them, that defense is very suspect. They'll be happy to know that they've got over 4 minutes to turn this around, but not the ideal start.
That is the benefit of conceding early. Well, I'm sure they're not too happy about it. And Barcelona are looking like the better of the 2 teams right now. They're getting some solid contact on the ball. Well, that's a good bump by Speed on the turn. Barcelona is still on the hunt for that second goal. The Bricks need to step up their conversion rate on possessions because they're giving everything away. Every time they touch it, it goes straight to a Barcelona player. It's partly because Barcelona are spreading out and reading the ball so well. It's also because the Bricks have had quite a few misplays so far. Alpha giving some space, but not too much.
You can see Barcelona sweeping across continuously that back line, both boosts. If they can take a keeper out, they'll take him as well. Opportunity, there is a demo.
Oh my goodness,
that
what's
might
going on?
sneak in. Speed, able to get there just in time. But that was almost cataclysmic for the Bricks.
Alot and Cux are both looking nervous. That's a center ball from Alot. He didn't mean it, but it's kicked off his card and gone straight towards Barca. They're winning every race to the ball right now. Barcelona are finally the Speed get it out of their half. That's all they're going to get from it, though. It's just a brief stunt in the corner, and then they're right back into defense. Can they start getting solid touches on the ball? Can they start passing the ball to each other? Some good interplay by Cux and Alot, but it doesn't get them too far.
Alot. Far side, forced to double commit. It's a little bit scary right now for Barcelona, but they've dealt with it well. Bricks not able to position themselves properly to keep that pressure on.
Speed did take all the boost on the exit, though, so Barca are a little bit slow to the ball right now. A chance for the Bricks to capitalize. It's a fight in the goal line. Devo's come out second best. Alpha actually just says, get out of the way. I've got it under control. They look pretty scary again, but here comes Alpha with the ceiling shot. Top shot saved by Speed.
What a save it was by Speed, who's got a couple of real clutch ones to keep his team in this game. But they need that shot on target. They want to try and get themselves back into this. To the midfield. Alpha tries to find the target. He's maybe thinking about the last goal that he got in the previous game.
Oh, this is awkward for Alot. 7 boosts in a dream, and it does not come true. Luckily for him, the ball is off target. Barcelona still only up by 1.
Speed wins the challenge, but it's as far as Bluey. Very neutral between those two, so it's whoever's got the boost and whoever wants to try and take it on the wall. And it seemed like nobody from the Bricks really was confident as Devo is taken out. Speed prioritizing the player and the boost.
It's really heads-up play by Speed. He just lets the ball roll through to his goalkeeper, takes the boost and demos the opponent. That's going to relieve pressure for the time being. He's off the wall for the redirect, and he puts it on target. Speed, 1-1.
in a game where the Bricks have had barely any chances. That was clutch.
Speed's just putting the team on his back right now. The other two have been a bit floppy in defense, but he's playing a solid game. He's trying to get the morale up for a lot, and Kux, you see him just yelling across the stage at his teammates when he gets that goal. Barcelona have been slowed down.
Nowhere near as dominant as they were in the first 2 minutes. Bricks slowly playing their way into this game. Bluey tries to find a way past Cooks here, and that is a demo.
No way. It's open. Kuxer puts it wide. That was such a chance. Actually, the best chance the Bricks have had. You need to test Barcelona when you've got an open net like that.
Chose to leave it this time. Speed. He's already up, but he's up against Bluey. A lot's going to be by himself. Should have plenty of time, but Devo and the rest of Barcelona not giving any quarter right now. Alpha, he's got options. Go drops it down. Devo can't get there. It was a double commit.
Barcelona playing with such aggression when they've got a man behind them. Is that going to bite them? It's exactly what happened to the Bricks in the last game. Fake, actually. Speed's got a shot. Alpha with the save.
Alpha for the pinch. Couldn't get any further than Cookser, who is still winning challenges. He's getting back into that form we saw in the last few games. Devo drops down. Who's supposed to be going for this one? It seems like the Bricks are a little bit confused about that.
Speed's called it, though. Everybody else just leaves it for him, and now Lot's got a free hit. He's going to take it down. Look how deep Barcelona are sitting there, giving them space. Alpha alone at the back, but he will play this one well. Gets demoed for his trouble.
Bluey to the wall. Only as far as Cooks here. Drops down. Nobody in the midfield, but it's not a great touch from Alpha. Double commit over the top, and the Bricks will not be able to take this one.
Look out for the Barca counter. It could be coming any minute. It looks like it's going to hit the ground, actually. And into overtime we go. Game 5. Next goal wins.
Ladies and gentlemen, take a breath now, because you're not going to get another one until the next goal goes in. Speed. He goes for it! What a save by Alpha!
That's a huge save. A double save by Alpha.
Speed.
And inside the first few seconds, they hold on to Speed again off the post. It's in!
The Bricks are moving on.
Wow. The energy levels on stage have just shot through the roof. The Bricks advanced to the semi-finals. A brave fight by Barcelona, but it just wasn't enough. A much better showing than they had against the Bricks earlier in the tournament, but the clutch in Game 5 from Speed. Absolutely hard carry there after a nervous start from the Bricks. Heartbreak for the local fans. There's plenty online who are delighted by that result.
Well, it sounds like the crowd's still supporting their local team despite the loss. Good to hear as well. Absolutely phenomenal performance by both of these teams. What a series it was. We're going to be able to break it down in just a moment. But before then, a quick commercial break.